Alright, welcome to another episode of This Is Anything Goes. Today I'm going to show you how to change the belt, the fan belt or the V belt on the Toyota Alphard GGH20. Alright, this engine is a 2GR-FE, so it might be applicable for other car models that uses the same engine, which I think there's a lot of car model that uses this engine. Alright, so I'll show you how to change this. Let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to jack the car up. Alright, once you have jacked the car up, you might want to remove the side tires. Alright, that's where the tire is. Alright, and there should be a plastic panel here, but in my car it's missing. Alright, there should be a plastic panel here that's hold on by probably 4 clips. Okay, so remove that and you will have access to the side. Okay, so to remove the belt, what you need to do is you need a 14mm spanner. Put it over here. This is the idler pulley. Okay, the idler pulley over here. Alright, where you see the spanner is, you pull it down and then you will see that the hole over here will come to this gap. That's when you put in a piece of metal rod or anything to jam it there, and then this should be loose already and you can take it out. Okay, now that we have gotten the old belt out, let's have a look. Okay, one I noticed is that it's very sticky. Both the side as well as the entire thing is very sticky. Alright, so if you saw my previous video where I was changing the gasket for the rocker cover, oil spill, unfortunately this was one of the casualties. Alright, you can see that this is very sticky, and if you can actually see, there's some cracks in it as well, so this is probably quite old. Alright, okay, and the new replacement part, the new replacement part made in Indonesia, not made in Japan, but should work just as well. Alright, so make sure you find for this model number. Alright, C1550. Alright, the most important thing is that it must be 1550. That's the length of the belt. Alright, 7PK 1550. Alright, when it says 7PK, alright, let's see how we read this. 7PK means that there's 7 ribs over here. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 ribs. Okay, and 1550 is the length of the belt. Alright, that's why 7PK 1550. Alright, so let's have a look at this. Alright, this feels good. Okay, same thing, 7PK 1550. Alright, one thing I noticed is that this new belt seems to be very smooth and it's more flexible actually compared to this, which is actually very, it feels stiff. Yeah, it feels stiff, probably a bit brittle. Alright, so how do we install this? With the power of a Sharpie, I've actually drawn it out. Alright, so on this part, this is the front of the car. So this is the alternator, aircon compressor, the main pulley, the water pump, the auto tensioner pulley, and the idler pulley. Alright, and you can see the ribs are where it's supposed to be, on the inner side of this, but on the tensioner pulley and idler pulley, it should be the smooth side that's facing it. Okay, so yeah, you might want to grab a screenshot of this if you are doing this yourself. Okay, so installing it, basically you just lay it Okay, you just lay out everything according to this diagram, and once you have everything done, you release the tension on the auto tensioner pulley and it should tighten back. All right, so I'll show you that. Okay, so now that that is done, alright, as you can see how it's laid out, alright, from the aircon compressor to the main pulley, then go up to the auto tensioner, then to the water pump, then go to the idler pulley on the top there, and then going to the alternator. Okay, you will notice that you will need to put the, sorry, the camera got cut off. Alright, you will need to put the belt inside the ribs. Alright, make sure it's definitely inside the ribs before you release the tension. Okay, so now that that's done, what I'll do is I'll put a 14mm over here, pull it towards the front a bit so that there's no tension to this, and pull it out and then release it back. That should tighten everything up. Alright, so you'll notice the belt here will tighten. Alright, so that's the end of the video. I hope you learned something from this. Okay, so let's talk a bit about this project. Okay, so as you know, the reason why I'm changing it is because of the oil leak that happened in the previous project, in the previous video. So the belt was actually drenched in oil and it was coming out with some grinding sound. Yeah, it was coming out with some grinding sound, which is actually quite annoying. The more you press on the accelerator, the louder it gets. Okay, so that had to be changed, and I would say it's lucky that I changed it because there was cracks on the belt as well. Okay, now let's talk about the cost. So the belt costs about 76 ringgit plus shipping is about 80 ringgit, so that's about $20 US. It's not original, even though they claim that it's original. It's actually made in Indonesia, I think. Indonesia, well, whatever I say in the earlier in the video, alright, where it was made from. Okay, so it's definitely not from Toyota. It's definitely not from Japan. It could be from Toyota. Toyota has a factory in Indonesia. Alright, but either way, yep, it's still a very high quality belt. Still works perfectly. Time will tell. If it breaks, I'll let you all know. But for now, it's working perfectly well, and yeah, not much to talk. Oh, the time it takes for this DIY. I would say the time it took for me to get my tools out from my storeroom, jack the car up, remove the tire, is actually way longer than changing the belt itself. Changing the belt itself probably will take you, say, less than 5 minutes. But to jack the car up, everything, and take everything out and then keep everything, that's probably another half an hour. Alright, so all in all, I would say you need at least an hour to get this done. Alright, so if you're going to do this yourself, allocate 1 hour to get it done. It's actually very simple. You don't have to pay anybody to do it. Alright, so that's it for this video, and I hope you learned something. And if you have not done so, hit the subscribe, hit the bell button so you get notified on our next uploads. Alright, and hit the like button if you like this, and this if you don't like it. Alright, till next time, see ya.